Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Here we are looking at the analytics dashboard with a new option, CFD analysis table and charts, which are systematically generated. So as you know, we've been working on cryptocurrencies for a very long time now. We're now moving into CFD analysis as well as soon to be here, forex. Both these asset classes the data will be provided by Oanda. I'm not going to get into Oanda, still not a fan, but this is how it is in terms of the ever-changing forex market with Python support to generate these charts. Anyways, so you come into the button here or into this section, and what will happen is we have, very similar to the cryptocurrencies, some interesting things. First up, we have what are the most profitable CFDs out there. This means what are the fastest moving, which ones are at the highest percent changes. As you can see here, we have, I believe it's 33 entries. Now, to really understand this, this is including agriculture. Let me first refer to what CFDs are. I'm not going to get into it, but if you look up what a CFD is, contract for difference, popular form of derivative trading, maybe you'll speculate in rising and falling prices of fast-moving global financial markets, instruments such as shares, indices, commodities, currencies, and treasuries. So it includes all of these. And again, this comes from Oanda. Think of it as a poor man's way to get into the derivatives market in these areas. Indexes globally, commodities, currencies, and treasuries or fixed income. So just as some examples here, I'll choose the more faster moving. The markets are just getting really badly clobbered, but if you see here, we have some positive changes here on an hourly basis, but everything else is pretty well flat or negative, not worthy of trading. I've lumped all of these into one, so when you deploy capital, you only want to probably choose the top three of these. And this is another great way, even on an institutional, professional level, it shows you where money is going because the markets are just getting so clobbered right now. So the first one here as an example, sugar is a surprising one where it's up 9%. It's been like that for the last 24 hours. It's been like that for a number of weeks. And this is probably the only one that's been very positive that I've known about through Bloomberg. CN50, that's China 50, up 6%. And here are the defensive plays. So we have the UK 10-year bond. We also have the Deutsche or the German 10-year bond as defensive plays. Natural gas is up 1%. Everything else is doing okay. But here you can easily look up what this little guy is. And this is another defensive one, which is really gold to silver ounce rate. So it's a ratio between the two. So that's another positive one, and some other ones you should be able to find on the world of Oanda, let's say. Same symbol names. So as I said, you usually want to focus on these top three again. So we're looking at sugar, China 50 as an index, and US 10-year treasury. Everything else is kind of like wasting your money at this point in time. So if you are not familiar with the negative movers, these are them right here. This basically means that I do have a watch list that I maintain as the system runs, and I have a table here to remove negative CFDs. So when these move negatively too fast, I'm not going to trade them. Of course, this is going to change as this is brand spanking new. Parameters and things will change. So the look will be the same, but the back end will be totally different as I test out this asset class, CFDs. So Right now, these are the ones that have been removed, all three of them that were mentioned already. But if you still are a risky type, I think we are in a market of falling knives, but you can still take on these trades depending upon your time frame and tolerance of risk. So you can see here the most potential, of course, are as I said, sugar, China 50, and maybe if you want the UK 10-year, because it's up 1.8%. Okay, so now what I've done is I've ranked everything as I've similar to what I've done in the in the crypto, all the different fields. I'm not going to get into that here, but it's all there. All of the potential spread for the entire spreadsheet here. And of course, you can download, copy, download a CSV, comma separated value, and Excel, print it out to your local computer, or copy it, dump it into another spreadsheet or whatever. So one thing that I do watch, this is kind of surprising, is volume, which is this is called a tree map. So you can see here what the largest volume is. As course, this is NASDAQ 100. This is the US top 30, Deutsche top 30. I believe that is gold, and then Russell 2000, and then that ratio I told you, gold to silver, and so on. And then this is West Texas oil, China 50. This is India, Japan 225 index. This is the UK 100. XCU. I'm not sure. That might be palladium, but I can find that out if you ever need to know. So XCU. I just put in XCU, Oanda, I guess. Commodities trading. XCU. I think it's palladium. I can't be for sure, but I'll just leave it at that. And then we have the SPX 500, Japan, France 540, natural gas, soybean here, some small ones, the EU, US dollar, Swiss franc, Australian 200, and so on and so forth. So just wanted to let you know that's that. And then we have the free surprise here. To secure everything, I have my report. So all you have to do is put in your address, whatever you want. In my case, this, your name. And then what will happen is, I've shown this before, and then it will download the file. Today would be nice. There we go. And then you get this, and then you can download the file. So off she goes, and then you can open it. It's a pretty big file, but again, this will change depending upon the filters. So as an example, we have here the filtering by long. These are long view of what to maybe potentially to trade as a buying opportunity. And again, here we have the US 5-year bond. Here's some signals. Here's the latest signal for the buy, but the trend is down. It's just getting hammered. Here's really important now. This is based on hourly data, so you can see there's a lot more negative moves. We have here our moving averages. Again, the RSI and the momentum kind of helps, but you can see here that it's just dropping off. Interesting thing though is that on a 90-day look back, you can see that based upon when the market tanks, this is a really good defensive play. You can see here for the last 2 days it's gone up, and here's just a more better view. And you can, it's just no different really in the RSI of crypto. You see here RSI, and you get the big move on that on this area, and that was October 9th. And again, we got some more, and it's all correlated, or I should say diverge against the US markets. And again, here we have the China 50. Again, we can check the volume, we can check the standard deviation against the group. Do this with all my reports so you can compare the group mean, which is really the volatility, and the volume to compare against each other. So that I'm hoping is helpful. And then same set of reports, buy signal here, slightly up. It's just starting to bubble now. Again, Fibonacci's. This has been, I don't know, but it's evenly distributed. Again, here, the moving averages say something. RSI, the 0. This is all daily data, I might add. But you can see here why this is picked, because here, this is just bounced back pretty heavy, pretty good actually. This bar right here, so that says it all there. Okay, so let me pull up another report here. One is very big. This one right here, based on volume, I'm gonna have to probably shrink that. That's not hard to do. So we do shorting as well, because obviously you can short on Oanda, but I'm not really making full use of this right now. But this will tell you what you may be able to short right here. Obviously there's a downtrend. It's just breaking trend here still, but it may get pounded. You can see it's more negative moves. Everything's tightening up here in the moving averages. But again, just starting to go down. Starting to go down. So XPT. Can't remember what this is. Let me just look what that is. XPT USD. XPT says platinum. All right, so there's that report. Let's check out this one. Might be doable too. This is the last one. I'm not going to show you the other one. It's all the same stuff. Just filtered on volume. So this one's filtered on trend. It's a long West Texas WTI oil, Brent crude oil, and that ratio of gold to silver again. So right here, this is Brent crude. So it's sloping up. It's above trend there, which is good. Here it's overvalued. That's kind of like what the Fibonacci is saying. But I'm just so everybody knows, I'm going to be focusing on another section for each asset class when it comes to stop losses, entries, and taking profit, targets like that. You clearly see that it's more negative on the Brent crude. Here it's just been having some very big down moves, but it may come back right here. The RSI maybe starting to build, who knows. And I do have the ability to track via candle and harmonics, which for some reason my system's not generating at this point, but I'll be getting those back up and running because they're very useful. Okay, so you can see here what's going on the West Texas. But anyways, just wanted to show this to you. I find this is very powerful information because a lot of people wouldn't have thought that sugar, all the commodities out there that has, it's been like this for a couple of weeks apparently. I can confirm for the last 24 hours that sugar's been doing very well as the markets have been getting clobbered. But it just adds to the value of the service. Hopefully this will find you helpful. If you're interested in this, you can always just come to the store and come into the Quant Analytics and join and subscribe. All right, that's about it, and have a good day and night wherever you are. Thanks for watching.